Now here children, we will see again what type of training is necessary to preserve and conserve written source of history. That is fifth point, knowledge of properties of various stones and metals used for inscriptions, knowledge of the equipment and chemicals used in various processes of cleaning, conservation and preservation, knowledge of various approaches of managing exhibition in museums, galleries and information technology, writing research report and article. So this type of knowledge of properties of various stones and metals used for inscription. So what type of stones the people they have used during that time when the inscription was done? For example, take the example of King Ashoka. So during the Ashoka time, he inscribed his various achievements on the stone pillar. So how we are able to know? With the help of those stone pillar. But the script was there. He has used some certain type of script. So how we are able to know? With the help of those historians. So historians who is doing this type of research, who is handling the written sources of history, who is having that knowledge of script, Brahmi, Modi, Persian script, that person is able to find out, or that person can interpret what type of things that have written by the kings. Understood? So knowledge is very important. So knowledge of the properties of various stones and metals used for inscription should be there with the historians, so that he can give that knowledge to the common people, to the historians who is writing book. Understood? Knowledge of equipment and chemicals used in various process of cleaning, conservation and preservation. So obviously the person should have the knowledge that what type of chemicals should be used, because we cannot use any type of harsh chemical, because it is there since so many ages. So that should be handled with care. And what type of things which should be used for cleaning those things. Understood? So that requires specific skills. Knowledge of various approaches of managing exhibition, museum, galleries, information technology. So again, this type of knowledge is very important. Knowledge of information technology. Ultimately, he is going to have that record in computer. So computerized things, matlab the knowledge about computer should be there with that person, because those things cannot write. All things cannot be write down in a paper. So that can be we can say that can be preserved in computer. So the knowledge of information technology should be there. So that is very important. Writing, lastly but not least, that all these things whatever is done should be published with reports and articles for the public awareness to the government. Understood? So everything, whatever research is done, should be published. So that this is about your written source of history. Now children, we will see material source of history. What type of necessary training is to be required to preserve and conserve material sources of history. See the first point, collecting artifacts, classifying them according to the historical date and type and preparing indexes. Completing necessary mechanical and chemical process of cleaning for the conservation and preservation of collected documents. The same thing is there which was there for written sources. Arranging exhibition of selected artifacts for the replicas. Writing and publishing research articles about collected artifacts. Classifying fossils of plants and animals and preparing indices. Exhibiting selected fossils or their replicas. So this is about material source of history. So the material source and written source, something it is somehow similar, that those things which is those knowledge which is there, which is required to preserve and conserve written sources, that same knowledge should be there for to conserve material source of history. Understood? So what type of necessary training we will see? Basic knowledge of archaeological method and theory, history of ancient civilization, knowledge of the regional source of materials like stones, minerals, metals and clay used in the production of artifacts and their chemical properties.